Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hey lovelies, and if you would like to like and subscribe to my channel, all you gotta do is click the link below.
I drink till I'm drunk, smoke till I'm high, castle on the hill, wake up in the sky. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly, I know I'm super fly. The ladies love luxury, that's why they all fuck with me. Out here with the moves, like I invented smooth. You can't tell me I ain't fly. I know I'm super fly, I know I'm super fly. Now watch me fly.
I'm gonna do a story time on.
Woo!
I wasn't gonna talk about it at all because it's 2019, it's a new year, but guess what? I'm just gonna dig up everything and do my story time. So we're gonna talk about how I met somebody off of Bumble BFF, and she turned out to be very possessive, very needy, and very negative guy. I'm gonna make some cocoa real quick, and then I'll be back to do the story time. And no, I'm not gonna put names in. Oh my god, it's about this person and that. This is just strictly a story. So if y'all don't like it, click out. If y'all know who I'm
Talking about,
click out. Just watch the story. Let me make my cocoa first. I have a Keurig, so I'm gonna make the cocoa quick. So I'm back. I accidentally made the wrong thing in my Keurig. I accidentally made coffee. I'm not supposed to be drinking coffee, but it's a Saturday night. We'll just drink the coffee. So we'll start off from the beginning. So basically, there's an app called Bumble BFF. So Bumble
they say, oh my god, it's a dating
site, and it's strictly a dating site, but no. The tea is that Bumble has a mode where it says like Bumble Biz for your business, and then there's Bumble BFF where you just meet friends who you haven't met before and people who are new to the area and they want to meet friends and vibe with people, right? So I was swiping away, you know what I mean, because you swipe left and you swipe right. I don't remember where you swipe, but let me show y'all on my phone the Bumble BFF app since I'm already on it. So I used to like delete this stuff all the time because like people, they like message me or whatever, and then we have like a bomb ass conversation, like we have so much shit in common. Well, certain people I have in common with, but then they end up disappearing. So I'm like, goddamn, like I have like a few people's numbers. I might go out with them sometime. But there's an app, it's right here. So it's this app right here by the YouTube one. And then you click on it, and then there goes me. And you can edit your profile and shit. So like there's a distance mode where it says like what age you wanna have your friends to be, and then what's the distance of how far away your friends want to be. Mine is 51 miles away. Ask about yourself, and I said just regular girl who procrastinates a lot, loves Netflix and eats
snacks. Taco Bell is the best drunk food.
The best drunk food, which is fucking true, because if you're drunk as fuck, you want Taco Bell or Denny's, or at least that's what I want. And then I said I love Stella Rosa wine, hate hangovers, hashtag wine gal. I'm weird and goofy, shy at first, but once you get to know me, I'm a ball of fun, good vibes only, let's go out, let's have an adventure. And then that was in my bio right here. So you have like a bio, and when you swipe on people, so let me try to swipe. So I'm on the app right now. So say I want to befriend this girl, right? And then I swipe that means yes. And then there's like another person, and then yes, and then say like this person yes, and this person say like no, right? So that's literally how it goes. That's how you meet. And then it's like, oh, you guys are a match. Here goes some like things that you could say to them. So it's like an automatic thing. Like if you want to travel somewhere, where do you want to go? And then you just ask them that, and that's how you get the conversation going, because I guess
people had dry ass conversations.
So they're like, I guess, you know, trying to make the conversation go and trying to make shit interesting. So I swiped left on this girl, and she was like hella cool at first. Like we vibed like hella good. Like we became like very close at first. So I thought we did. And she messaged me, and then we exchanged numbers. We had each other on Facebook, every single social media site that we're on. Like she was on it too with me. At one point, she wanted to make a YouTube channel with me, so it was gonna be like a friend channel. But you know, we never created it. I just created like my own stuff, and it's just like I never knew like how off this person was, you know what I mean? Because there's signs of a toxic person, and you just like ignore it and be like, oh no, they're like,
this person's cool, like what the hell.
like she would pick me up, we would go places, we would always hang out, like we were those type of friends. Like, hey, what you doing, you want to hang out? All right, get ready, I'm on my way right now. Like she would always be on her way, and she knew exactly where the hell I lived too, so like I didn't have to give her GPS or anything. Like she knew where I lived. She's like, I'm outside. I'm like, all right, cool. So before that, me and her were not like that close per se. So like I wanted to text her at first for a couple months and see like where the friendship goes or whatever. She, I guess, was a calling person, so she rather call the person on the phone when they first meet them instead of texting. So you know how in this generation it's like, oh, let's text, and then if it's an emergency, call me. No, she used to call me like all the time, and then I would like decline the call, and then I would make bullshit ass excuses like, oh my god, like,
Sorry, I was so busy. Oh, sorry, I'm at work right now. Sorry, I've been working late.
So then at one point we stopped being friends. She deleted me on Facebook. She deleted my number. We didn't have any contact. Like I didn't understand why, because like I didn't want to like, you know, push the friendship, and she wanted to because she found like a cool ass girl, aka me. So she stopped being my friend, and then I texted her, hey, what's up? There was a Cardi B concert coming up, and there was this girl on Facebook who was going, and she messaged me, and we were gonna go together and stuff. So we went together, the mutual friend. We're gonna name the mutual friend Becky. So I went to the Cardi B concert with Becky. I was supposed to meet Cindy there, right? Cindy's the Bumble girl. And Becky eventually took me to somebody's house, and then I got super duper fucking drunk, like with strangers at their house. And then we all went to the concert, and then Becky, she got so drunk to the point where like she was like roaming around by herself. And then when Cardi went on stage, then Becky was somewhere else, her friend was somewhere else, and her other friend, we were like cool and all, trying to get to know each other. We were like dancing, and then they were like throwing money and shit. My ass picked up the money off the floor. Now fast forward, Cindy was supposed to go to the concert too, so that's when we started talking again. It's because she was supposed to go to the concert, so I was like, all right, cool, like I'll meet you there. So the whole time Cindy was texting me when Cardi was on stage, and she was like saying like, where you at? I'm in front of Cardi. I'm like, I'm on the other side of Cardi, like I don't know where you are. It was hella like crowded at that concert. It was when Cardi B was like first getting famous, and she had that song Bodak Yellow came out, and it was like, Lil, you kept with me if you wanted to. That song is out. So like she did that song, everybody was fucking hyped. I was hyped up. I was hella drunk, so I was like all over the place. So eventually I was alone, drunk, scared, and Cindy, she said, hey, do you have a ride home? I said, no, I'm gonna Uber. So then I left the concert early because I was like, okay, Cardi, like, girl, you cool and all, but I could dance, I could shake my ass at home in the mirror to your music. So I was like, nah, my drunk ass is going home. So I went outside, and then shit, I forgot the names. Cindy's the one who I went with, or Becky was the one. Okay, so we'll just name her Bumble Girl because I literally lost my train of thought. So Bumble Girl, she messaged me and she said, hey, where are you? She was looking for me. I was like, I'm by this part. I'm over here. I'm in the front of the I'm in front, like outside. We couldn't find each other. And then my Uber got lost. My Uber fucking canceled the ride, charged me $5. Could not find me at all. It was super fucking crazy that night. So then eventually, the Bumble Girl, she found me. And then that's when she took me home. She said, I'm not going to leave you. Like, she made it seem like whenever somebody did me dirty, like the slightest, she's like, that bitch is not your friend. I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to take you home. So she got me home safely. Her friend was with her. It was some light-skinned girl. She was really fucking rude. I didn't know where I lived at one point because I was so damn drunk. She was like, where do you live? I was like, oh, I live in Lemon Grove, blah, 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 somewhere. I live by that Walmart, this and that. And then her friend looked at me. She was like, how come
This girl doesn't know where she lives. Like, even I know where I live.
And I was looking at her like, bitch, what? Who is she talking to? Like, that's all I was thinking in my head. But I didn't know these people, so I was like, okay, like, I'm not gonna say anything. So then she took me home safely, woke up the next day, and then that's how the friendship fucking started. Is because she took me home, got me home safely, and we finally met in person. So then I guess I pissed her off because I was so damn drunk. I didn't know where the hell I lived, and I could barely find her at the concert. So that was another sign. She got hella pissed off. So then we started hanging out and shit like that. We'll just say every other day we would hang out. And then we went out at one point with my friends. We're gonna name the girl Shasmine, and then we're gonna name the other girl Candace. So Shasmine and Candace went out with the Bumble girl, and Bumble girl picked us up and shit. And then we went to the club because she was going away for a while. And then my best friend, she left me at the club, and then she went with the other girl, which is Becky, the girl who left me at the Cardi B concert. I decided to like hang out with her again. I have like a little group thing. They went to another club. I couldn't find them. I was getting really fucking irritated that night. Bumble girl was like, "Those aren't your friends. Like, your friend literally just dead ass left you. Like, well, let's just have a good time tonight. Like, let's not just worry about anything." But I was worried. So then when she saw my friend Shasmine was like this white girl who kind of dressed tomboy. And then she looked at the white girl, and then she like stared at her. And this is my friend that was like with me the whole night and didn't like, leave me that night. And she was like,
"Why does your friend dress like that? Like, why is
her pants saggy?" So I'm like thinking in my head, like, how come she's talking about her? Maybe that's just her personality. I was like, oh, that's just my friend. Like, I think she looks really nice tonight, blah, 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 this and that. So then she was like, all right, bet, cool. So then eventually we found the girls, and then I went off on the other girl because I was like, it's not your last night, blah, 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 this and that. And I was super fucking pissed off. So when I found my friend, Candace, I was like, where have you been? I was looking for you. And then the Bumble girl kept on like looking like being like low-key like, bitch, like, why did you leave type shit. And I'm looking like, okay, like this isn't your battle, but cool. So then we all went home. It was fucking silent because I was hella pissed off. And then eventually everybody left the car. I was in the car with the Bumble girl, and the Bumble girl started talking mad shit about my close friend. She was like, that's not your fucking friend. Friends don't leave each other at the club. Not even for an hour. She was gone for an hour with that girl. Like, she was just like talking mad shit. So like every time that I had a friend and I'm like, oh yeah, cool, let's hang out with this friend, she would be like, you're not allowed to have friends. I'm like, what the fuck? But she would be like just joking around. And when I would hang out with people, she'd be like, oh, so you went without me? How come you didn't invite me? Why didn't you invite me? Like, she was like one of those type of people. And everybody who she saw, her and her dude, her husband, would always they would be cool with in person, but then they would low-key talk like trash about them in a way. So I'm like, okay, I guess that's their personality. That's why they get along so much. Sip my juice. Okay, I'm back. So I forgot to add in that she did throw another party, another kickback or whatever. So when she threw the kickback, we went to Walmart. This is when we first fucking made up. We went to Walmart. She got the stuff she needed for the party. She put her card in there. The card declined. And then she looked at me and then she asked me, she said, hey, can you pay for it? You got me. I'll pay you once I get paid in a couple days, this and that. I was like, all right, cool. So then I put my card in there and then I paid for the stuff. The stuff was $30 to $40, which I did not have. It was like probably a day before payday. So my ass didn't have it at all. So I was like, shit, like, okay, cool. At least I get paid like tomorrow. So I paid for it. We went to the party. Before we went to the party, actually, we went to the liquor store, and then she said, oh, okay, I gotta buy this drink for my dude. I gotta buy this drink right here. And then she was like, can you pay for this drink? And I'll just send you the money. So when I paid for it, I don't think she sent the money. I don't remember. Maybe she did. I can't remember much. But I did pay for some shit. Once again, we went to the party. And then she met this new person off of Bumble. She knew the person for 2 weeks because we'd not talked for 2.5 weeks, maybe a month tops. And she was at the table. I was at the table with my other friend, because she was there with me because I invited her. And my friend, she went out before, so she already like was hungover. And she was like, I'm not drinking tonight. So like, she was the sober person who could take me home. So I was sitting down. We were all sitting down. We were playing games and shit like that. I was dancing on, I'm trying to think of what app that's called. But it was like this app where you go live. You get like a lot of fucking views. And I was like dancing on it. And I was like having a good old time recording people. So then before I started even fucking recording, I told him I'm not gonna drink that much because I'm not that much of a drinker. Like if it's like shots or anything, cool, I'll take it. But I'm not that much of an alcohol person. Like I like my wine. Like wine's my favorite shit in the world. Wine cooler strictly. Like that will get me hella buzzed, and that's like my type of like drunk. So she looked at me, her dude looked at me, other people looked at me when I took a baby shot. They're like, that's a baby ass shot. Like you're being lame. Like you need to take another shot. So I was like, all right, cool. So we had, I think, Ciroc or Amsterdam. It was like a light ass drink. It was this big. I killed half the bottle. I didn't have a chase or anything like that. They kind of like egged me on to drink more, so I did. And I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm feeling good. But then everything just started fucking like spitting around because I was like super fucking drunk. So then as I was drunk, I was sitting there. My other friend was sitting beside me. She was being really rude to my friend. She was being rude to everybody that night. And she turned to her friend and it got silent. And then her husband was right behind her like this. And then she said, well, me and my husband was talking the other day, eating breakfast. And we were talking about all my friends. And then my husband said that my only real friend is Stacy. And she pointed at Stacy. She looked at me. She kind of gave me the side eye. And I'm like thinking in my head, dude, we just became friends again. Like, we're trying to work on our friendship. So then I like kind of got irritated, but I didn't say anything because A, it's not my home. And B, she was super drunk. So I'm like, okay, maybe she's just drunk and she's just talking shit, basically. So I was like, all right, cool. Brushed it off. But then I couldn't remember much the next day. So at one point, I was so drunk to the point where I was fucking crying. I was crying in the bathroom because my husband was away on deployment. So I was like, oh my God.
Like, this is like so bad. Like, I miss him so much.
Like, I was just bawling my eyes out. Like, I heard the saddest song ever that her friend played, and I just like ran in the bathroom and I fucking cried. The Bumble girl came in the bathroom. She like calmed me down or whatever. And then her husband came in there because I was in there and she was in there. So then I like went back in there, and then my friend, she's very quiet. So I went outside and I went on a walk with the Bumble girl, and then my friend was calling me because she was like checking up on me, and she was like, hey, are you right? And then Bumble girl would grab the phone and be like, she's all right, stop calling her so much. She said, why are you calling so much? And then my friend was like, well, I'm just trying to check up on her, you know, whatever. Like, she'll be like, she's fine, like, we'll be back in a minute. And she'll like hang up, or she'll hang up when I'm on the phone. So I was like, what the fuck? So we got back to the house, and she like gave my friend a dirty look. And this is a sober friend, completely sober. And my friend sat down, and when my friend sat down, she was like, your husband's black, isn't she? Isn't he? And this was about the Bumble girl. The Bumble girl said that. And then when the Bumble girl said that, she was like, yeah, my husband is black. She said, then you're black. You are fucking black. Bitch, you're black. And then she was like, I'm not black. Like, I'm Hispanic. So, like, okay. She was like, bitch, you're black. You're black because your husband's black. You're with the black men, so you're black. So when we were playing Twister, and it was to the point where I was so damn drunk that I kept on falling asleep during Twister. So when my friend looked, she was like, oh, no, it's time to go home. So then when my friend looked at me, she was like, hey, do you want to head home? You don't look so good. So I was like, yeah, okay, let's go home. And then when my Bumble friend heard that, she was like, you're not going nowhere. And then when I tried to talk, she'd be like, you need to shut the fuck up. She said, shut the fuck up. We're going to Denny's. So I was like, okay, I guess we're going to Denny's. And then she was like, you're going to Denny's with me. So are you coming? And I was like, no, I actually have to go home and go to sleep because I don't feel good. You're going to Denny's with me. So then we said, okay, we'll meet you at the car, blah, 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 this and that. So then me and my friend walked to the car. We left him, and they drove to Denny's, and everybody was just hella drunk. And I went home. I got in the house. I woke up in my clothes, woke up in my shoes, and then I was trying to figure out what happened that night. And then so I hit up my friend and I said, hey, what happened that night? And then she told me a little bit of what happened. I was like, fuck, really? So then bits and pieces started coming back. And then I realized that damn comment she made, the Bumble girl. I was like, why the fuck would she make that comment for like friends again? You know what I mean? Like the, oh, that's my real friend comment. That's my only real friend at the table. When there were several people at the table, including me, and gave me the death glare. So when I confronted the Bumble girl, she went off on me. And she was like, I wasn't talking about you. I didn't say that. She was like denying like the whole thing, fucking lying. So then I told my friend, I said, hey, didn't she say that? Because I know I'm not tripping. She was like, yeah, she did say that. So then when she finally admitted it, she started talking hella shit. And then she went onto Facebook, and then she talked hella shit on there. And then she avoided me for a couple days. And it was just fucking crazy. So I'm like, okay, all right, I guess this girl doesn't fuck with me anymore. All right, cool, here we go again. So then eventually I confronted her, but it wasn't like a confront at first. It was just like, hey, who's that status about? What's going on? Are you okay? Why do you think everything's about you? And she went the fuck off on her Facebook statuses talking about, I don't have no real friends. People are this, people are that. Like, it was just like a bunch of bullshit. And then she would like post on her fucking other account, like talking hella shit. So then eventually I confronted her. She admitted it was about me. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. It got to the point where I was like, we were calling each other back and forth. I was calling her because she kept on talking shit. And I was like, bro, you can come over here and get your shit. Like, I'm fucking done with you. Like, nah, fuck you. So then at one point, I kept on calling her because I was hella mad. Tried to talk to her. She was calling me a bitch. She was calling me like a bunch of fucking names, like out of this damn world. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, fuck her. So then I get a phone call, long story short, from, I guess, her friend from an unknown number. And then there was a Texas number. So I was like, what the fuck? Who's calling my phone? And then it got silent when it said, when the person was like, oh, hey, is this so-and-so? I was like, yeah, that's me. Like, who is this? And she was like, bitch, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. I don't live out there, but I'm gonna be out there soon. And when I get out there, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. I was like, you're not gonna beat nobody's ass. Like, what are you talking about? Who are you? Are you gonna give me your name? Don't worry about it. So this person kept on calling me back to back to back, talking about, how does it feel to walk on your 2 feet and your husband doesn't give you rides? How does it feel that your husband doesn't give a fuck about you? Your husband don't even love you. Like, she was like talking like hella shit. And may I remind you, these girls do not know my husband at all. I didn't even know who the fuck the girl who called me, but then I figured out who the hell it was. Like, so I was like, okay, whatever. So then the girl stopped calling me when my sister hit the girl up, and she was like, whose ass are you gonna beat? You're not gonna touch my sister. Like, you got me fucked up. And the girl left me the fuck alone. So then I'm gonna do a part 2 because there was so much shit that went on. So I'm gonna do a part 2 and I'm gonna do a part 1. So this will be part 1 because this is so damn much. And I want to get more into detail and not feel timed on this and not make the video super long. So if you want to tune into part 2, the link will be below. It'll be in the next video. Like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Enjoy part 1. And then part 2 will be out after this one.
Jet with the rod. It's that Z shit. It's that Z shit. Pull up in a demon on